This is Umar Ahmed for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. Press conference wrapped up. I'm with Xavier Miller, fine trainer. Got Yusuf Kamari out this Saturday night at the O2, and we expect it to be a war. Yusuf said he's going in there for a war. What do you think about that?
Yusuf always wants a war. You know? I've been trying for years to get Yusuf to box more, but listen, he likes to get in there. He fights like a Mexican, and I think this is Yusuf's breakout fight. This is what we've been looking for. You know, I've said in previous interviews, to me, Yusuf is technically the best super featherweight in the country. He's that good. The other guys are very good, not disrespecting them, but Yusuf can do more. He's more versatile. A lot of the other guys, they're very good at one thing. Yusuf can do a lot of different things. So I'm expecting great things from Yusuf. So is Dillian. You know, we believe in him. You know, I've had him since he was like 16 years old. He's now 25. I think the last couple of years he was with the amateurs with me as well. And he's just a really, really good fighter. Technically a really good fighter. He's one of the very few fighters that I've taught a particular style, and he only did that with one other boxer before him, and that's because it's very difficult to teach. But he's got the intelligence, the patience, and the understanding of what he needs to do, and that's why he's looked the way he's looked.
Okay, there's some big words about Yusuf there, but I'm sure they're justified, and we'll see that come Saturday night. What does a win for Yusuf do on Saturday night? Where does he go from there, Zav?
Yeah, I mean, my vision for Yusuf, I can't speak about anybody else in the team because everyone's got their own opinions.
Yeah.
But I really want him to start working towards a world title.
Already?
Yeah, I mean, the whole point of us going for a WBC silver is to get a world ranking. And I'd like him to box guys like Castaneda, who I've got a lot of respect for, very good fighter, and the fighter he just boxed in Barcelona a few weeks ago. It's these kind of guys will get him prepared for a world title fight. The point is to work your way up the rankings to be a world champion. The domestic scene does not interest me for Yusuf Kamari. That's just me being honest as his coach. But if that's the path he wants to go down, then obviously that's between him and his management. I don't manage Yusuf. But me personally, the vision I have for him has always been to be a world champion. And that's the reason why when this fight came up, I grabbed it with both hands. This is the fight that I want.
Okay. Of course, we expected your guy Dillian to be headlining this Saturday night. Big shame that he isn't in a really good fight against Otto Wallin. How was camp going for yourselves out in Portugal, Zav?
I have to honestly say, the 4 sparring partners we brought out, you know, were of a very, very high grade. They were technically very, very good. You know, they had the high technical skills. A lot of them had a lot of amateur experience. One of the guys in particular had about 20 pro fights. You know, they gave Dillian some really, really good work. And you know, Dillian hasn't boxed a southpaw before. You know, it was interesting. It was an interesting challenge for him, and he just kept getting better and better every spar. And was so excited. You're only like 3 weeks away from the fight, really, 2-3 weeks away. And this happens, and it's really frustrating because obviously, you know, the whole team is based in Portugal for this training camp, or for all Dillian's training camps. So everyone sacrifices a lot of time, and you know, we will work so hard. I just feel for Dillian because all Dillian wants to do is fight. Even this fight, even with the injury, he wanted to fight. You know, I've had to pull him back, which wasn't easy. You know, because Dillian's never pulled out of a fight before. So you know, it's a difficult time. But, you know, nothing happens before its time, and hopefully now, you know, he'll get a chance to fight for a world title. You know.
Zav, we'll ask you about people's accusations towards Dillian that it was convenient timing to pull out, with the WBC saying they will order that fight with Tyson Fury and Usyk and Joshua locked up, so that was a certain shot, and that he pulled out with Wallin because he just thought this is an unnecessary fight. Do you want to make a comment on that?
I don't know how anybody could even make that suggestion. I mean, this is a guy who's never pulled out of a fight. You know, this is a guy that wants to fight everybody. This is a guy that's got one of the best resumes in boxing, full stop, not just for the heavyweight division. You know, for a guy that hasn't fought for a world title yet, he's right up there. And it's just ridiculous to even make accusations like that. I mean, Dillian spends a lot of money for his training camps. Obviously, people have got to understand he's not in the UK where it's everyone's home, it's convenient. You know, he has to fly every single person out. Then he's got to fly every single sparring partner out. It's very expensive. You know, why 2-3 weeks away from a fight you're going to pull out? We're going, worried about Wallin? I mean, Wallin's not as good as the guys that Dillian's beat. So why am I worried about Wallin? It just sounds ridiculous. But listen, everyone's got to have something to talk about, and this is obviously the topic at the moment. and you just got to ride with it.
Okay, just the last one from me. How does he get on with Tyson Fury?
Oh, this is the fight I've always wanted. You can ask Dillian. You can ask Dillian's people. When I got the job as head coach for Dillian, I always wanted this fight.
Why?
I thought this is the perfect style for Dillian. Tyson wouldn't have seen anything like Dillian. Dillian is aggressive. Dillian's a good body puncher. Dillian's got a very good jab, a very good right hand. It's just a very, very good fight. I mean, his counter punching I think he's the best counter puncher in the heavyweight division. I don't think that's a debate. He's just a very good fighter, and I think he's going to give Tyson all sorts of problems. And Dillian's hungry. He's hungry. He hasn't had the chance to box for a world title yet. That's a dangerous person. It's a dangerous person.
How do you rate Tyson Fury as a fighter?
Oh, I rate him. I mean, you don't beat the guys that he's beat without being good. So I give him that respect. I just think that fighting Dillian is a completely different level. Dillian is just an outstanding fighter. Hasn't had a chance to prove it yet, but it's coming.
So, thank you very much, to IFLTV. Best of luck with Yusuf Kamari this
Thank you.
Saturday night at the O2 on Fight of the Night for a lot of people.
Thank you.